Okay, so this should be your second activity that you're going to work on. For this one, you're going to go through and you're going to do exactly what it says. It says for each graph, identify the shape of the data distribution as either symmetric, skewed right, or skewed left. Use a highlighter or colored pencil to highlight the center of the data distribution and circle the values used to calculate the distribution spread. So we're going to highlight the center, and then we're going to circle the values used to calculate the spread. So we need to remember what those words mean. Well, center is the same thing as median. And spread, or the values we need, are going to be the range. Okay, so we're going to do the first one together. All right, so first we need to figure out what's the median. Well, this is actually a really good, oh, we forgot, we have to identify. This one, if you look at it and you trace it, you can tell that that is going to be a symmetric one. But first, let's highlight the center. So I'm going to take it. The center was going to be right here at 30. I'm going to circle what's going to help me find the range, and you can circle either one of the 10s or either of the 50s. So it's going to be symmetric because that's my actual shape. Okay, that's my shape. I highlighted the median or the center, and I circled the two numbers that is going to help me find the range. Now I can go ahead and calculate the range and say, all right, 50 minus 10 equals 40. It's a symmetric graph with a range of 40. All right, so let's look at number 2. I'm going to do this one with you too. This one is actually a box plot. So if I look over here, I notice I have a really big whisker. Okay, well, let's go ahead and follow the directions. Let's highlight our median. Remember, the median or center is always that middle piece. Then it says to circle the values that are going to help me with my range. So this value and this value. Well, I have that long right whisker, so it's going to be skewed right. And then to find my range, my largest number, let's see, this is 0.4, so it'd be 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, say probably about 0.8 or 8/10. And then my smallest value, these are our negatives, so we got to be really careful. So if I have a negative 1 and 1/10, this is going to be just negative 1. So minus a negative 1. Okay. All right, so we have a negative and a negative. Let's see who remembers. What do? Get a bam! So we're really going to add those and get 1 and 8/10. Okay, because this is our long range, our long spread. All right, so now to number 3. I want you to pause the video and solve it. When you're done, unpause it. So pause and solve now. All right, hopefully you actually did pause and solve. If you haven't, pause it, solve it. Now let's go over it. All right, woo! To find our median is going to be a little more fun this time. So let's see, we have 1, 1 here, 1 here. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Did I mess up right there? Uh-oh, I'm not sure. I better start over. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19. So right here, that's our median. So our median is actually 6. Okay, let's circle the values of our maximum, 15, our minimum 1. So we can go ahead and do our range. 15 minus 1 equals 14. Now we need to decide what is the shape. So I'm going to kind of follow it. looks like it gets a little longer to the right. So if we get a little longer to the right, we're going to go skewed right. All right, on to number 4. Remember, you need to pause and solve number 4. Pause and solve number 4. And here we go. All right, so our median and our box plots are always really easy. It's going to be right here, which is about 5.5. Our maximum is going to be this number right here, which we're going to say is 7, minus our minimum, which looks about to be about 2.5. So when we subtract 2.5 from 7, we get 4.5. So 4.5 would be our range. 4.5 would be our spread. Now let's look at this. Let's really look at it. It appears that the whisker on the left is longer. So it's going to be skewed left. All right, pause and solve. Go ahead and do 5 and 6. 5 and 6. So pause and solve. Go. All right. Hopefully you really did pause it. So our center right here would be 135.5. Our max would be 160. Our min would be 110. So when I subtract that, I get a 50. So if it's a 50-point spread here, now we have to decide what we think about the shape. So if I thought about the center here, it looks pretty even on both sides. So even on both sides is going to be symmetric. All right, and number 6, if you hadn't paused it and solved it, do it now. Up, a long one again. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 25. So it's right here. And I might have been off one, but I think we're going to still be pretty close. So we got to see what this number is. So 21 to 22. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it maybe goes by 2s. 21.2, 21.4, 21.6, 21.8. So 20, yep, that's going to be right. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 21 and 6/10 is going to be our center there, our median. Then we're going to circle our minimum value. So it's going to be 19 and 8/10. And then our maximum value is 22. So 22 minus 19 and 8/10. It's going to give us 2 and 2/10. Now we're going to trace it to see the shape. Remember the shape? Ooh, I'd say it's pretty long on the left. So skewed left. All right, take this. You're actually going to put this in your notebook also. When you put this in, you're going to put it on top of one of the other activities and staple it so you can still flip it up and see the bottom. Thank you.